Did you know that chasing happiness might actually be making you miserable? In a world obsessed with staying positive, The Happiness Trap by Dr. Russ Harris reveals the shocking truth. The harder we chase happiness, the further it slips away. Number 1. The happiness illusion. We're bombarded with messages that promise eternal happiness if we just get the perfect job, find our soulmate, or achieve a specific goal. But this illusion sets us up for failure. According to Dr. Harris, happiness is not a constant state but a fleeting emotion. By expecting to feel good all the time, we create a cycle of disappointment and dissatisfaction. Imagine chasing a mirage in the desert, only to realize it's an illusion. This is what happens when we buy into the happiness myth. Instead of chasing constant happiness, Harris suggests embracing the full range of human emotions, including discomfort and sadness. It's through this acceptance that we find genuine contentment. Number 2. Why avoiding pain creates more pain. Or instinct is to run from discomfort, whether it's anxiety, sadness, or fear. We numb ourselves with distractions like scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or chasing fleeting pleasures. But avoiding pain doesn't solve the problem. It amplifies it. Dr. Harris explains that trying to suppress negative emotions is like holding a beach ball underwater. The harder you push it down, the more forcefully it resurfaces. The key is to allow space for these emotions, acknowledging them without judgment. This doesn't mean wallowing, but learning to let the feelings come and go, like waves on the shore. Number 3. The power of mindful awareness zone. The book's core ideas is the practice of mindfulness, being fully present in the moment. Many of us live on autopilot, either dwelling on past regrets or worrying about the future. This constant mental chatter keeps us trapped in unhappiness. Mindfulness teaches us to shift our focus to the present. For example, instead of rushing through a meal while thinking about work, mindfulness invites you to savor each bite, noticing the flavors and textures. This simple shift can reduce stress, enhance gratitude, and bring joy to everyday moments. Try this. Next time you're feeling overwhelmed, pause and take 3 deep breaths. Notice your surroundings, the colors, sounds, and sensations. Even a moment of mindful awareness can break the cycle of negativity. Number 4. Diffusion. Breaking free from unhelpful thoughts. Minds are master storytellers, often spinning tales of self-doubt, fear, and failure. Dr. Harris introduces the concept of diffusion, which helps us distance ourselves from these unhelpful thoughts. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm a failure," you might say, "I'm having the thought that I'm a failure." This small linguistic shift creates space between you and the thought, making it less powerful. Imagine your thoughts as leaves floating down a stream. You can observe them without being swept away. By practicing diffusion, you learn to see your thoughts for what they are, just words and images, not ultimate truths. This liberates you from their grip and allows you to focus on what truly matters. Number 5. Living by your values. Happiness isn't found in fleeting pleasures, but in living a life aligned with your values. Values are the guiding principles that give your life meaning, like compassion, honesty, or creativity. They're different from goals, which are destinations. Values are more like the compass that guides your journey. Dr. Harris encourages readers to identify their core values and use them to make decisions. For example, if kindness is one of your values, you might choose to volunteer or help a friend in need. These actions bring a deeper sense of fulfillment than chasing superficial happiness. Take a moment to ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Write down your top 5 values and reflect on how you can incorporate them into your daily life. Number 6. Committed action, doing what matters once you've identified your values. The next step is to take committed action. This means doing what aligns with your values, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging. For example, if your value is health, you might commit to exercising regularly, even when you don't feel like it. Dr. Harris emphasizes that action doesn't have to be perfect. Small, consistent steps add up over time. The focus is on progress, not perfection. By taking action, you build momentum and create a life that's meaningful and fulfilling. Number 7. The reality of control. Many of us waste energy trying to control things that are outside our control, like other people's opinions or the future. Dr. Harris highlights the importance of focusing on what you can control: your actions, choices, and mindset. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with heavy rocks. Each rock represents something you can't control. By letting go of these rocks, you lighten your load and free yourself to focus on what truly matters. This shift in focus can bring a profound sense of peace and empowerment. Number 8. Embracing imperfection, a society that glorifies perfection. It's easy to feel inadequate, but striving for perfection often leads to procrastination and burnout. Dr. Harris encourages readers to embrace imperfection and focus on growth instead. Consider this: a painter doesn't create a masterpiece with their first brushstroke. They make mistakes, adjust, and improve. Life is no different. By accepting your imperfections, you give yourself the freedom to try, fail, and grow. Number 9. Building psychological flexibility, the ability to adapt to changing circumstances and emotions, is a key theme in the book. It involves staying open to new experiences, being willing to face discomfort, and making choices that align with your values. Dr. Harris likens this to a tree bending in the wind. A rigid tree might snap during a storm, but a flexible tree sways and survives. Similarly, psychological flexibility helps us navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Number 10. The happiness trap. Unlock. Ked's ultimate lesson of the book is this: true happiness isn't about avoiding pain or chasing pleasure. It's about living a rich, meaningful life guided by your values and accepting the full spectrum of human emotions. When you stop resisting discomfort and start embracing life as it is, you free yourself from the happiness trap. Conclusion. So, are you ready to escape the happiness trap? Remember, it's not about chasing happiness, but about creating a life that matters. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how your perspective transforms. Share your journey in the comments below. We're in this together. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights that empower and inspire.